Welcome to the Carolinas Association of Collegiate Registrars and Admission Officers Virtual College Fair. My name is Jasmine. I'm going to serve as your facilitator for our session today. Before we get started, I have a few housekeeping announcements. The first, you can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our amazing presenters at any point throughout our session today. Second, your camera and microphone are off, so we are unable to hear or see you. Third, this is just one of many different sessions happening, so feel free to visit that registration site to sign up for additional sessions. And finally, this presentation is being recorded, and you will have access to the recording within about a week or so. With that said, I'm going to bring up our first presenter from Eckerd College.
All right, thank you, Jasmine. Hi, everyone. My name is Sam. I'm an admission counselor at Eckerd. I'm responsible for the Carolinas as well as a number of other states. So I'm just going to pull up our quick little presentation here and walk you through a few things that I think make Eckerd really unique. So first of all, we're in a town called St. Pete, Florida, St. Petersburg, St. Pete for short. This is our campus right here. As you can see, we're surrounded by about 2/3 water. There's one way in and one way out on campus, so it's a very safe private campus of about 1,850 students. Most of the buildings that you see are residence halls. So most of our campus is green space and residence halls. And 85% of our students are going to live on campus for all 4 of their years, because why would you want to live anywhere else? So we also have a really unique demographic. So the average distance that a student travels to Eckerd is about 1,010 miles, whereas generally in the US, the average distance someone traveling to school is about 200 or 250 miles. So we tend to think that Eckerd students are a little more adventurous, some risk takers, and people who are really trying to change the scenery that they had in high school. So as you can see, quite a few from the South, Mid-Atlantic, and New England, and only about 22% of our students are actually from here in Florida. We also have 41 different international countries represented this year, and that number can fluctuate quite a bit. So sometimes we have even more. So something I really want to emphasize is our 414 academic calendar. So at Eckerd, you take 4 courses in the fall, 1 course in our mini semester called winter term in the month of January, and 4 courses in the spring. You can adjust this to 515 if you want for no additional cost. But the awesome thing is if you stick to the 414 for your 4 years, you're guaranteed to graduate in 4 years. Another thing that really makes Eckerd unique is our autumn term. So we have a 3-week-long orientation before the first semester, just for first-year students. So no one else is on campus besides first years and a handful of student leaders like RAs and student government officials. So this is your opportunity to really get to know campus, get to know the people in your class, and you also have a mentor who's going to be with you through that whole autumn term, teaching you a seminar-style class. So you start your fall semester with an entire semester's worth of a single course credit under your belt already. And during that, you're also going to have all kinds of community service opportunities, campus activities, and a lot of other stuff to get you really oriented with the college. So when everyone else shows up, the sophomores, juniors, and seniors, you already know your way around, and it really helps blur the lines between freshmen and everybody else, because at Eckerd, there really are no lines. Everyone kind of hangs out and socializes with each other. So at Eckerd, we have about 41 different majors and quite a few different minors as well. One thing I really like to point out over here is the self-designed majors. We're of course really well known for environmental studies, as well as marine science. Some of our other most popular majors include the social sciences like psychology, sociology, and a few others. But as you can see here, there's a wide variety. And when you're getting admitted into Eckerd, you're getting admitted into our entire program. So any of these opportunities are available to you, and you can switch, add, drop. You have quite a bit of flexibility, and you can jump right into your major starting your very first semester. So we're also the pet friendliest campus in the entire country. So we have our own little pet graduation. You should definitely check it out on YouTube. It's the cutest thing ever. It's the tiniest little graduation hats you'll ever see. So in addition to being the pet friendliest campus, we of course are a waterfront campus. So there's a lot to do recreationally. Most of the time, students are spending their time outside. So whether it's on our South Beach, doing their homework or hanging out or slacklining like these people are, or hanging out at our waterfront. So we also have a waterfront recreation center where you can check out kayaks, canoes, paddle boards, sailboats. They'll teach you how to windsurf. They'll teach you how to wakeboard. And this is all included in part of your tuition. So anything you're doing on campus, you don't have to pay extra for. Everything is included. So you can work at the waterfront. It's also a really popular student employment opportunity. And the waterfront is also another really good way to get involved with student leadership, because they'll have all kinds of advocacy and student involvement opportunities held at the waterfront. So kind of down to the nitty gritty here. At Eckerd, we have a relatively standard application process. A few things to note for current seniors or current juniors. We are test optional for this application season. So whether or not you want to submit your test scores is up to you. And we really want to emphasize that test optional really does mean test optional. You are also going to need your Common Application or the Eckerd application. Doesn't make a difference to us. I always recommend the Common App if you're looking at other schools that also accept it. If you apply before our December 1st deadline, we're going to waive your application fee. We also have an early action deadline of November 15th. And after that, it's just rolling admission for the entire application season. So you have until basically right now to apply. So we actually conform to the National College deadline of May 1st. So other than that, we're going to need a standard letter of recommendation from an academic source. You're going to write your college essay. Your high school is going to send us your transcripts. And again, I really do want to emphasize test optional means test optional. So just so you know, our average ACT is about a 25. Average SAT is about a 1200. So if you're below that, it's probably a good idea to not submit your test scores. And if you're above that, you should submit your test scores because it can help you. And we also are a part of Colleges That Change Lives. So it's a really important book. You should definitely check it out. It's 40 different schools around the country that are considered to change lives and maybe ones you haven't heard of. So definitely check out Colleges That Change Lives if you think Eckerd might be the place for you or you like the vibe in general. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out and I will drop my contact info into the chat box. So thanks a bunch and hello from St. Pete.
Thank you so much, Eckerd College. Up next, we have Agnes Scott.
Awesome. Hi, everybody. My name is Anna Platt. I am the Assistant Director of Admission and Campus Visit Coordinator at Agnes College, and I am so excited to tell you guys all about it today. So we'll go ahead and get started. Agnes Scott is located in Decatur, Georgia. That is about 10 miles from downtown Atlanta. So if you're familiar with the Atlanta area, we like to say it is ITP, inside the perimeter. We are a pretty small town, but inside of a big city. So in my opinion, it is the best of both worlds. We are a pretty small college. We have a little over 1,000 students, but our students are coming from all over. So we represent 42 states and 17 countries currently. And you can see a little of our statistics right there. 63% of our students identify as students of color and 33% are first generation college students. We are an inclusive women's college, and that is really important to us. So we do accept students who identify as women, identify as non-binary, transgender, agender, gender fluid. We also have a liberal arts curriculum. So it's really important to our students to take courses across all disciplines. So they take STEM courses, they take humanities. All of our students will take up to an intermediate level language, and that is a part of our curriculum at Agnes Scott. We also do have varsity sports. We're Division III in athletics. So if you are interested in playing one of our 6 varsity sports, definitely let us know and we can connect you to a coach. And then I mentioned that we're located in Decatur, Georgia. We have about 100-acre campus, and it is very beautiful. So I definitely recommend coming for a visit. Right now, we are open for self-guided tours for non-admitted students and guided tours for admitted students, as well as lots of virtual options. And I will mention some of those in a little bit. So the mission of Agnes Scott is really important to us, and it's something that we want to make sure everybody knows about. So the mission of Agnes Scott College is to educate women to think deeply, live honorably, and engage in the social and intellectual challenges of their times. So we really encourage our students to think about a problem or a cause that they're really passionate about, and then how they can kind of solve or help to solve that problem or cause. Identify those steps that they can take either while they're a college student or after they graduate to identify and solve whatever they're passionate about. And this is very, relevant today. We are living in uncertain times. So this is extremely relevant to our students at the moment. Agnes Scott is different. We are unique, and we are very innovative. That's why we were ranked the number 1 most innovative college among liberal arts colleges 3 years in a row. We're really excited about that. And it's something because we have something called Summit at Agnes Scott, and Summit is our signature program, and it emphasizes global learning, So I mentioned that all of our students will take up to an intermediate level language, but we really encourage our students to study abroad. Also, during a student's very first year at Agnes Scott, during the second semester, they're going to take a global journeys course, a global learning course. And during that course, they go on a 7 to 9 day trip to wherever they're studying. Also, leadership development is really important to our students. So we want them to develop those leadership skills that they already have, and then develop them more so they can take them with them after they graduate. Professional success is also something that's part of Summit. During a student's sophomore year, they do something called the Sophomore Class Atlanta Leadership Experience. We call it SCALE. It is a week-long externship in the Atlanta area. So it is hands-on, built-in experience every single student gets. And then we really encourage our students to have that professional success even more and do internships or hands-on research. So a little bit about your interests and what you might find to study at Agnes Scott. We have 34 majors and 31 minors for our students to choose from. We do have 3 dual degree programs as well. So if you're interested in engineering, you could do a 3-2 program with Georgia Tech. If you're interested in computer science or nursing, we have a 3-2 program with Emory. We also have 6 graduate programs. You can see some of our top majors right there. Some unique ones to us, neuroscience is a very unique one to be such a small college. And then we do have some other master pathways. So we do have some 4-1 extended programs with Agnes Scott, but also have one with Mercer for education and Augusta University for nursing. So those are just some pathways. If you're interested in pursuing that to the higher level, students can do those pathways. A lot of our students do also double major. That is something very popular to do at Agnes Scott and very easy to do as well. So a little bit about our application and financial aid. We are Common App exclusive. There is no app fee for domestic, undocumented, or DACA students. We do have the holistic review process, which I'm sure a lot of other colleges on this meeting have as well. So we do look at each part of a student's application, the essay, your recommendation letters, activities, all of that. We are also test optional. We've actually been test optional for about 10 years, and this includes scholarships. So you do not have to submit test scores to be eligible for one of our merit-based scholarships. Our merit-based scholarships range from about $18,000 to $25,000, and our scholarship priority deadline is January 15th. We do have one big scholarship called the Trailblazer Scholarship, and it's a $25,000 scholarship for students that have a 3.75 GPA or above. So if you're admitted and you have that, you're automatically guaranteed $25,000. We're also on the FAFSA. That's how you would apply for financial aid. And then we do have some special scholarships as well. So just real quick, juniors, we have a special event coming up for you on April 10th. So you can come to our Just for Juniors Day. And seniors, it is not too late to apply. You can get on the common application, go ahead and apply. If you apply by April 1st, you are guaranteed a $20,000 scholarship through our Agnes Assurance Plan if admitted to the college. And then lastly, definitely check out some of our visit options. You can scan that QR code right there. And we hope to see you either on campus or virtually. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Agnes Scott. Up next, we have the University of South Florida.
Hi, everyone. My name is Melissa Chirac, and I am the admissions advisor for the University of South Florida. Second, I'm going to pull up my screen. All right, here we go. So as I mentioned, my name is Melissa. I'm your admissions advisor for USF, and I want to talk to you about a lot about USF and our admissions process. USF is a large public research university located in the Tampa Bay area of the state of Florida. We are big and we are bold. We are one university that's comprised of 3 different campuses. So we have our USF Tampa campus, our USF St. Petersburg campus, and our USF Sarasota Manatee campus. We're all right around an hour between each other. We offer quite a bit to our students, and as I mentioned, we are quite large as well. Over 50,000 students call USF home, and our undergraduate population is a little over 37,000 students. What I love about our system is that we are one university offering students an outstanding degree in the majors that they choose. But we do have 3 different campuses that are quite different from each other, and that provides students with a really great opportunity to get a fantastic degree, but at a campus that really meets their needs. Tampa's campus is our largest of the 3, followed by St. Petersburg and Sarasota Manatee. We are quite diverse, and it is something that we are very proud of. It is extremely important to us that our students come from all different backgrounds, all over the country, all over the world. So we do have students from all 50 states and over 141 different countries. We also have students who, about 42% come from diverse backgrounds. We offer over 200 different majors and concentrations to students, so we do offer a lot of programs that students can choose. Our students are really active within the community and on campus. The Tampa Bay area is fantastic. It provides a wealth of opportunities for students, whether it's getting out and about in the Tampa area, visiting our cultural institutions, museums, performing art centers, or getting outside and enjoying the warm Florida sunshine. A lot of our students spend a lot of their time outside on our trails, on the bay, in our parks, on our lovely beaches as well. But we do also provide a lot of opportunity for internships. Being in a large metropolitan area and the connections that USF has provides our students with a lot of opportunities in terms of co-ops, internships, volunteer work, whatever's going to help them build their resumes as you prepare to go into the workforce or grad school post-graduation. But they are also very involved on campus. USF has over 700 different student organizations. We also offer or hold over 1,000 events every single year. So we are quite active. We are a Division I athletics program with 17 sports underneath that banner. We play in the American Athletics Conference, and that is where often our students show their bull pride. We have an outstanding honors college as well, and this is where you're going to find some of our selective programs as well as our accelerated programs for students. However, it doesn't matter what your major is, you can be a part of the honors college. We also are a Research One university, and that is also something that's very important to us. We want our undergraduate students to have every opportunity to conduct research, participate in research, and we offer that the moment they come on campus for their undergraduate careers. And we do want our students to do interdisciplinary research as well. Study abroad is very important to us. We do want our students to get out and explore the world. Unfortunately, with this past year, we've had to pause those programs. However, we are looking forward to having those up and running as soon as possible. And as I mentioned before, we do have great access to internships, not only at the local level, but also at the national and global level as well. We do offer housing to our students. We don't require it, but it is certainly encouraged for our first year students. Housing is offered at the Tampa campus and St. Petersburg campus, and you're not limited to a certain style. That's really up to you, and we have several. I do just want to switch gears and go into our admissions process a little bit. So this is what you're going to need to apply. We are on the coalition application, the common application, and we have our own. So 3 different ways to apply. We do have a $30 application fee, but we do accept fee waivers as well. We do need your high school transcript sent over to USF, as well as your test score, so SAT or ACT. Also on this slide is our admitted student profile for our freshmen. This is the middle 50% of our students who were admitted with us this last year, broken down by our fall and our summer semesters. But as I mentioned before, this is just our middle 50%. I do just want to throw up our deadlines to keep in mind. USF is a rolling admissions university, but I do advise students applying as soon as they can. So these are important deadlines to go by. But I do advise checking our website throughout your college search process. And if you're juniors getting ready to apply for your upcoming senior year, check back with us in the summer to see if any of these have changed. This year, we did extend some of our deadlines to assist our students with all of the circumstances from this past year. I do just want to throw up our scholarships as well. So during our review, I know our deadline slide had some scholarship deadlines on there. So this is what we're looking at in terms of our scholarships. So ideally, you want to meet those scholarship deadlines. We will automatically consider you for these scholarships in our admissions review. So there's not an additional step there. As long as you're completing your application with us prior to the scholarship deadline, we will automatically consider you for these scholarships. Which brings me to our cost of attendance. So this is just a breakdown of our average cost of attendance, broken down into tuition and fees, average room and board, books and supplies, and those other miscellaneous costs to college are provided on this slide. And finally, I just want to throw out my contact information. Again, my name is Melissa. I'm your admissions advisor. Please feel free to contact me anytime you have questions about the university. And thank you so much for taking the time to join us tonight.
Thank you so much, University of South Florida. Before I bring up our next college, I do just want to remind everyone that you can ask your questions in that Q&A section, and our amazing presenters will respond. With that said, our next college is Salem College.
Hi, everyone. I'm Anna from Salem College. I'm so excited to be here tonight. Thank you all for joining us. So we're just going to go ahead and start off with a little, 1,000-foot view of who Salem College is. We are located in Winston-Salem, and we are the oldest women's educational institution in the United States. We were actually founded in 1772. We're ranked 3rd liberal arts college in the state of North Carolina and 24th in the country. Ranked 10th in social mobility, and we have a student body of just under 1,000 students. So we like to think of ourselves as small but mighty. We have a 10-to-1 student to faculty ratio, so you do get a lot of one-on-one attention with your professors. And our average class size is 12 to 15 students. 42% of our students identify as people of color, and that's something that's really important to us. We really try to foster an environment that makes everybody feel comfortable on our campus. We have a 100% acceptance rate to law school, which is partially because we have really excellent partnerships with local law schools, and an 89.6% acceptance rate into medical school and other healthcare related programs, which is also made possible by our partnerships with local community organizations and local schools. A lot of our students go to all kinds of places, but we do get a lot of help from the Wake Forest Medical School's faculty in prepping our students for the MCAT as well as the med school interview process. So Salem College is actually looking to expand on our health leadership, and this is something that we're rolling out. It's a really exciting new initiative. We are the nation's only liberal arts college dedicated to the elevating and expanding of the role of women in health leadership. Now, what exactly does that mean outside of an academic jargony context? It's more than just preparing our students to become doctors and pharmacists. We're hoping that they'll be able to move into really creating change around policy, law, translation services for patients, advocacy and nonprofit sector work, public health, kind of the more broad understanding of health, which as a liberal arts college, we think we're uniquely prepared to help our students with that. Our mission statement is that we value all of our students as individuals and create a space to help them change the world. So what does health leadership mean for all of our students, not just the students who are interested in going into medical school? There'll be yearly themed campus-wide programming. So next year is Women's Bodies, Women's Minds, and I'm really excited to see the conversation that our students have around that. I think it's going to be a really interesting year for us. We'll also be having some upcoming themes that we've announced here. So environmental health and then the health of displaced populations. And so those are some spaces that we're looking to explore academically. I think it's going to be a really great opportunity. And then we're also expanding some of these co-curricular offerings as a part of this. So partnerships with nonprofits, speakers, series, that sort of thing, the sorts of exciting co-curricular opportunities that you have at a college like ours. So the new majors that we're offering in conjunction with this are health sciences, which is probably what you're thinking of when you think of health. So it's pre-medical, pre-physical therapy, pre-pharmacy school, that kind of thing. Health humanities, which is approaching that from a wider variety of angles. And then health advocacy, which is going to be about kind of advocating for patients or advocating for the broader population in humanitarian systems. We also have a really robust minor that we're rolling out with this, which is Spanish for health professions. So this is going to be translation services for healthcare. And I think that's going to be a really excellent opportunity to pair with any of those majors. Now, we're not just this program. We are still a liberal arts college. We still have interdisciplinary studies. We have a wide variety to choose from. So we still have the social sciences, natural and applied sciences, arts and humanities, as well as these new offerings. So at Salem, we think experiential learning is really important. And so 100% of our students complete an internship prior to graduation. It's actually a requirement. We also offer service learning courses, and this is an opportunity for our students to get out in the community and really make positive change during their time as a student. We also offer cross-registration with Wake Forest University, our neighbor just down the road, at no extra tuition cost. We have a consortium agreement with them, and that's a really great opportunity for our students to get off of campus, to experience the broader community as well. We participate in Division III athletics, including volleyball, softball, swimming, soccer, tennis, and basketball. And I'm actually the athletics liaison for our admissions team. So if you do have any questions about that, I'm probably your girl. We have 31 really active clubs and student organizations on campus, and they range in opportunities from our Leaders in Training program to the Mage Guild, which is an organization that's all about nerd culture, to our Ghostwriters, which is our STEP team on campus, and they compete with Winston-Salem State, which is an HBCU here in the community, as well as performing at a number of campus functions. They're really a highlight of our campus. Now, how do you apply if I've piqued your interest? We accept the Common App, the CFNC, which is a North Carolina specific opportunity. And then we also take applications through our website. What we require with that is an official high school transcript, of course, a teacher recommendation, a writing sample, and we do have a very holistic review process. So you would be able to submit that application and have us really read through it. We really do pay attention. We are test optional and have been for some time. So just be aware of that. If you're applying, if you're comfortable with your scores, please include them. If not, don't worry about it. We are quite affordable. And if you do have any additional questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm sorry, I ran a little long there. So if you have any additional questions, feel free to send me an email and I'll throw my contact information in the chat as well.
Thank you, Columbia College. Up next, thank you, Salem College. Up next, Columbia College.
Hey, how are you guys doing? My name is KD. It is actually not Alexis. That is actually my coworker. So my name is KD. I am one of the admissions counselors at Columbia College, and I'm just going to tell you a little bit about the school. So let me go ahead and share my screen. All right, so for those of you who don't know, Columbia College is located in Columbia, South Carolina, the heart of the state. We are actually about 5 to 10 minutes away from downtown. So you get all of the perks of being downtown Columbia without that cost of actually being downtown. A little overview about the school. So we are a small private nonprofit liberal arts college, which was founded in 1854. So that was a really, really long time ago. The mascot is the koala. Student body population is roughly 1,000 students with an 11-to-1 student faculty ratio. The average class size is around 13 students. So your classes are going to be fairly small. You're not going to be in any of those massive classes that you see on TV. The focus of the college is in social justice, leadership, and career readiness. We actually pride ourselves in our mission statement, which encompasses all of that. We have over 30 majors across 5 different academic divisions, which we are going to see on the next slide, over 50 clubs and organizations, and we have 14 athletic teams. 10 of those are women and 4 of those are men. One really cool thing about the college is we are now a co-ed institution. So as of this upcoming year, we will welcome our first group of male students. Here are some of those academic departments that I spoke about earlier, but these include different things like dance education, social work, business administration, your speech language pathology, all of that good stuff. So within these different departments, you have a ton of majors that you can choose from. Right here, you will see some of the athletic teams listed, and we are a Division III. Going over into campus life, as I mentioned before, we are located in downtown Columbia. So along with that, we do have suite style residence halls. So you don't have any of those public bathrooms that you're going to be sharing like a hall bath with everybody. You get your own bathroom, which is a nice little perk. Aside from that, we are actually located 2 hours away from the mountains and 2 hours away from the beach, which is a really, really cool thing. Talking to you a little bit about admissions requirements right here. We look for at least a 2.5 on the 4.0 scale. And the test, as far as ACT or ACT, are only required if you are interested in nursing. Nursing has their own little set of requirements, which are listed right here. But we are essay and letter of recommendation optional. And as far as the admissions process goes, the first thing you need to do is submit an application. We are on the Common App. Aside from that, you can submit an application on our website, send over your transcripts and your scores if you're interested in nursing. Then after that, give us about a week. We'll send you your admissions decision. Somebody's going to text you or call you and basically let you know that you're ready and your file has been reviewed. Then once you decide that Columbia College is right for you, then you're just going to submit your $50 deposit. The $50 deposit actually covers your housing deposit as well. So there's no separate fee associated with that. And if you are interested in visiting us, you can find that information listed here. And we do have several different events, which are virtual right now, thanks to COVID, but you can actually sign up for one of those. And if you need to contact us, here's the number, the email address, and the website. Again, my name is Kadaria Siggers, and I'll drop my information in the chat. Thanks.
Thank you. Up next, we have Tusculum.
Hi, everyone. My name is Paige Cowden, and I'm the transfer coordinator here at Tusculum University. I'm so excited to be here. Tusculum is a 4-year private college that is located in Upper East Tennessee in Greenville, near Smoky Mountains, Gatlinburg, Knoxville. Those might be a little bit more familiar to you. We are a private Christian college. We are located in Greenville, but we also have a main campus in Morristown, Knoxville, and our online campus. We are a Division II athletic school with over 60 clubs and organizations, so there is a place for everybody. Our teacher to student ratio is 16:1, so we like to pride ourselves in the fact that you are a student, not a number. We are the oldest higher education institution in Tennessee. We were actually founded in 1794, and we are proud of that. That is bragging rights. What I'm going to do really quickly is just show you a quick video of the campus of Tusculum and get a little bit of information about that. Let me first screen share. Let's see. Okay. Sorry, just bear with me. Okay. There we are. Oops, I'm so sorry. Let me go back. Let's start that again.
Paige, we're unable to hear the video.
Are you not? Okay. Well, I don't know why that would be. Okay, that's okay. Well, basically what this video is just giving a little bit of information about Tusculum, where we're located. We do have amazing athletic facilities, including our baseball stadium. That's one of our biggest ones, and we do actually have a minor league team that also plays there. And then we, again, were founded in 1794. So we are the oldest, but we also have newer buildings that we have merged with the old with the new in order to keep the tradition alive. We do have an Old Oak Festival here at Tusculum where it's kind of strange, but we celebrate this big tree that is dated back further than when the United States was found. So it is old. It takes roughly 10 people to put their arms around it completely. In order to apply to Tusculum, you must have at least a 2.0 and an 18 ACT, and you can do your application online. It is free. We do rolling admissions, so you don't have to worry about a deadline. Now, we have had students who have applied the day before classes started. We do not recommend that. It makes it hard on everybody, and including the student, but we do understand that sometimes our plans do either fall through or we haven't made up our mind yet or don't know which direction we want to take. So we do meet you where you are. So I hate the video did not work, but we do give 99% acceptance rate to Tusculum, and then there's 99% financial aid will be distributed as well. 99% of our students do also get that. So we try to get your tuition down to $0 if possible. We do also honor the Tennessee Promise. So we try to get your tuition down to $0 if possible. We don't want you to have to even take out loans. So the team will work with you and try to show you all of your options. But yeah, I'm just excited to be here, and I will put my contact information in the chat and just reach out if there's anything I can do or if I've piqued your interest. Thank you.
Thank you so much. With that said, that concludes the presentation portion of our session today. But I would encourage all of our attendees to continue asking questions in that Q&A section. I also want to encourage our panelists to return. Feel free to turn your cameras back on, and I will pose a question to each of you. Again, you will respond in the order in which you presented. So we'll start with Eckerd College. The first question is, share your favorite event or tradition on campus.
Sure. So we have a number of traditions. Eckerd is a little over 50 years old, so we've had some age-old traditions and we're always making new ones. Definitely one of the most memorable, and one you can check out online just on YouTube, is called Kappa Carnival, named after one of our residence halls. So we have no Greek life on campus, and it's something we take pride in, and our way of poking fun at the fact that we don't have any Greek life is naming all of our residence halls Greek letters. So at the end of the year, the Student Activities Committee puts on this giant carnival on campus. Everything's free for students. There's rides, there's a Ferris wheel and all kinds of other stuff, and food, novelties, and it's really, really fun. So if you want to look up online, Kappa Carnival, each spelled with a K, that's definitely one of the students' favorite traditions.
Awesome. Agnes, my favorite tradition is when our students are inducted into the Black Ring Mafia. So at Agnes Scott, during a student's second year, when they're a sophomore on campus, they are inducted into the Black Ring Mafia, and they get a black onyx ring with the ASC on it, and then they get their potential degree on the sides of it, and they can get it engraved in it as well. But this is really like a rite of passage ceremony. I don't have one because I'm not a grad and I'm very jealous of them. But yes, the Black Ring Mafia is probably my favorite tradition.
Hi everyone, it's Melissa with the University of South Florida. My favorite tradition, both as a former student and now a staff member for USF, is our Week of Welcome, which is a series of events that happens every semester. And it just gets students really excited for the upcoming semester, the upcoming year. And there's a whole bunch of events throughout that week, whether it's, speakers coming to campus, or one of my favorites, our comedy show and our pep rally, but also just our staff out and about helping students get to their classes, making sure that they have what they need, and getting around. And it's a very just welcoming and exciting time.
Hi, Anna with Salem College. I'll go ahead and let y'all know that my favorite part of our campus traditions is Fall Fest. This is a festival that is put on by our student body, and it is a friendly but serious competition between each of the years. So first, second, third, and fourth years all have a skit. They compete, a professor panel votes on who wins. And it's also when our bigs and littles, we do not have Greek life, but we do have a really robust big and little program. So a junior is paired with a first year, and they become their kind of peer mentor throughout their time here at Salem. And they exchange gifts. It's a big traditional ceremony, and it's a lot of fun. Alumni come back and bring their kids. It's a very much loved campus tradition.
I believe I am up next. Katie here with Columbia College. So for me, my favorite tradition is going to be the Ludi Bowl, which kind of sounds crazy, but it's actually just basically homecoming. The different levels compete against each other, kind of like Anna mentioned at Salem College. And one really nice thing is even the faculty and staff get involved. So it is all out war basically on campus and everybody participates. So
My favorite tradition on campus is graduation. And the reason why is because it involves bagpipes and a torch. It is very intense but very serious, and we like to celebrate our graduates. So we try to make sure it's memorable.
Thank you all for sharing. There was a great question in the actual Q&A section, so I'm going to repeat that question. But the question is, can you all discuss the political balance at your school? Also, can you touch on the religious affiliation if there is one? So again, we'll start with Eckerd College.
Sure, yeah. So first of all, we are affiliated with the Presbyterian Church. So there's no requirements or anything on campus, but to whatever degree you would like spiritual life to be part of your everyday life, the Eckerd Center for Spiritual Life can help you make that happen. So we have on-campus chaplains. There's Catholic Mass once a week. We also have our Presbyterian chaplain on campus. We have a very popular campus chaplain. His name is Rabbi Ed, and he runs one of our most popular clubs called Scooby Jew. Obviously, they're not exclusive by any means, but he just thought the name was cool, and they'll organize all kinds of scuba diving trips. And we also have a Buddhist chaplain who will come in and do really powerful ceremonies and meditations and stuff. Politically speaking, we definitely have people from all over the country, from all walks of life. So there's definitely a diversity of opinion. Generally speaking, I would say as a former student, the political tendency tends to be a little bit left of center. But that is just my personal perception of campus. There's both clubs on campus, Eckerd Democrats and Eckerd Republicans, and both are just about the same size in terms of the number of people who are in the clubs. But generally speaking, you can feel comfortable with your opinions unless they are harmful to others.
Yes, Agnes Scott is very similar to Eckerd. We are also Presbyterian affiliated. You do not have to be Presbyterian to attend. We definitely have students of all different religions on campus, or non-religious students as well. So very similar to Eckerd in that regard. We have a very diverse population when it comes to differing opinions. So our students really range all over the board when it comes to religious and political affiliations. We are, in Atlanta and Decatur, and I would say for being in the South, we definitely are more progressive than, some of our locations. So I would also say that we probably lean a little bit more liberal, but we are definitely, have students across all the board.
Hi, it's Melissa from USF, and I would agree with my colleagues here. Minus the religious affiliation, USF does not have any religious affiliation. Our students, we do have a large population of students, and they come from all over the globe, all over the country, all over the state. And we do foster an environment where, free thought and free expression is encouraged, provided it is not harmful. Our students do have a lot of student organizations that they can join, including religious affiliated ones. So if you are looking for religious services, religious groups to be a part of, we have quite a bit in a whole bunch of different religions for you. So you have a lot of offerings there.
Hi, Anna again. So Salem was actually founded by like a small, scrappy offshoot of Protestantism called the Moravians, but a very firmly held belief that men and women were equal. So that's why we're the oldest women's college in the country. We are no longer religiously affiliated. That ended some time ago, but it does mean that we are near a lot of Moravian historical sites. As far as political leanings on campus go, I'll just go by numbers. Our campus does tend to be a little left of center, but I know that our Republican students or more conservative students feel perfectly comfortable expressing themselves on campus as well. We really try to foster an environment where everybody can say how they feel and feel comfortable and safe. So I think it is a safe space for anybody who wants to express their views.
All right. And honestly, politically, we are basically the same as everybody mentioned here. Things are going to be a little more liberal at Columbia College because, as I mentioned before, we do care about those things like social justice and all of that different stuff. So you are going to see different signs on campus like Black Lives Matter. But that does not mean that you don't have Republicans on campus and different things like that too. So on the religious side of things, we used to be affiliated with the Methodist Church. We are actually no longer affiliated with the Methodist Church. So that's pretty much the same as Anna mentioned too. So yeah.
So Tusculum University is affiliated with the Presbyterian. We politically, between international students, and of course you got to take into consideration we're in the South, we are truly split almost right down the middle, and we do have clubs and organizations for both. I mean, it is a safe place. We do care about everybody. We celebrate individuality, and there's a club for everyone there. And if not, we actually have a panel and a board that they allow you to make your own. So we want you to celebrate who you are. And so, yeah, very inclusive.
Thank you all for your responses. With that said, that concludes our college fair for today. Again, I want to thank our amazing presenters for joining us, for sharing this very extremely useful and helpful information to all of our attendees, but also thank you to our attendees for joining us and taking time out of your busy day. I do have a few closing announcements. So first, as you exit this Zoom session, a survey will appear. It's approximately 4 questions, but please complete this survey. It's very helpful for us as we aim to improve our virtual college fair offerings in the future. Also want to remind you that you can sign up for additional sessions by visiting that registration site. And then finally, a recording will be available within about a week or so. You can access that recording at strivescan.com/Carolinas. With that said, again, thank you all for joining us. I hope everyone has a great evening. Goodbye.